Welcome back to another episode of F-Zero GP Legend. Today we'll be taking on Captain Falcon's storyline, and if you were expecting a storyline as epic and amazing and crazy as the storyline from GX, sadly I must disappoint you once again. That's kind of a thing GP Legend has going for it. Now, as it is revealed to us right here, apparently in 200 years New York will be the capital of the planet. Which, is actually a pretty interesting thought. Anyways, Captain Falcon has been hired by Dr. Stewart. They don't tell you it's Dr. Stewart that's hiring him for whatever reason, but that's the implication, so I'm going with it. Yes, we're escorting Dr. Clash because apparently he needs escorting. Then again, he's a useless side character, so I guess it makes sense. And apparently escorting somebody involves reaching the goal before they do. I don't quite get what the idea behind that is, but the day F-Zero creates an escort mission is the day I quit the franchise forever. I'm sorry. Can you imagine if you had to actually protect somebody while going at this speed? Anyways, it's a pretty generic course, so I'll be talking about the Blue Falcon itself. It's got actually better grip than the Dragon Bird, even though it's a C in grip. Wait, I think it's a C in boost. I can't actually remember the letter grades now. But, either way, that wasn't a difficult course. And the Blue Falcon definitely controls better than the Dragon Bird, I'll say that much. And apparently he didn't know we were escorting him. How do you like that? He stupidly gets out of his car. Now, the big question here is, how does Zoda manage to fit Dr. Clash into his machine? I mean, did you see that? Did you see that guy's build just now? So in case you haven't gotten the idea yet, this leads to Captain Falcon Stage 2, which is exactly the same as Rick Wheeler's Stage 2. This is a problem I have with GP Legend's storyline. A lot of the stories overlap, if you will, at numerous points, and this is one of those times. We're actually going to be... if you play through all of the storylines, you will get this exact same stage 3 times in total. Of course, the third time it's a lot different, because you're playing as Zoda then. Now it says Rick or Falcon must finish before Zoda. Yeah, I think it would actually be more of a challenge if you tried to get Rick to finish first, but whatever. So exactly the same thing as Rick Wheeler's second stage. I like that the story kind of overlaps at certain points, because that creates a sort of continuity where you know one thing is happening while another thing is happening, etc. But it doesn't work for the gameplay because what was the point of that? It was the same stage as it was before. And when did I lose enough power to go into the red zone? Oh well. It's not even worth that amount of money, to be perfectly honest. And the cutscenes are reused too. This is exactly the same. Yeah, and to absolutely nobody's surprise, why Rex again? Fortunately for us, the rest of the missions are entirely brand new. We're off to Red Canyon for whatever reason. And I hope you enjoy the classic Red Canyon theme for all 5 seconds it plays here, because it only actually plays in one race in the entire game. One course, rather. The rest of the time it just uses the Red Canyon theme from F-Zero X, which was good, but not as good, to be perfectly honest. Coincidentally, after we beat Samurai Goro in this race, we will unlock his story mode, so if I wanted to, I could go and see what his deal is. course, that would be completely untidy. Now, for whatever reason, we inexplicably lack a booster in this course. I have no idea what is up with that.
2, ready?
I mean, like, there's no story reason not to have a boost, and so and presumably Samurai Goro doesn't have a booster either. So once I pass him, that's pretty much it. I win. So get ready for about 2 minutes of absolutely nothing happening. At the very least, this course... I actually don't remember this course appearing in any Grand Prix mode, so it's nice that they have a brand new, fresh course just for story mode. I mean, they still reuse courses a lot from Grand Prix mode, but it's nice that this one's original at least. Not that it's interesting at all without any boost. Just avoid the dirt areas and you win. Maybe this will be tougher when I actually have to do this with a fire stingray in Samurai Goro's story. That's got to be tricky. Now, how did I miss the dash blade there? That puzzles me. I must have grazed its hitbox. I was just barely outside of the area I needed to be in.
Two laps to go.
Oh god, how much longer is this going to take? Now you know why I don't like maximum velocity. This whole not being able to boost whenever I want to thing.
Final lap.
So I apologize for the 2 minutes of nothing happening, but that's kind of common for story mode now I think about it. Come to think of it, why are there 8 other racers aside from myself and Goro? I mean, I was assuming this would wind up being a one-on-one, but
Finish!
I suppose that doesn't matter.
You won first place!
Yeah, the announcer says that like it's an accomplishment. Oh, and I can repeat this for the rest of the money I need to unlock that machine. Beautiful. Yeah, he ran off. What a surprise. Next! Port Town again? What a surprise. Now, who is Falcon talking to in this scene right here? Himself? I don't get that, really. Like, and why would you go to Port Town just in case? Oh, suddenly Blood Falcon. And way to admit to Captain Falcon that you basically kidnapped his charge. Beautiful. And suddenly we have to race him. I suppose we'll accept. It's not like we're gonna lose.
3, 2, 1, go! You've got a new
And that is not how you begin this course. That mistake was totally on me.
You've got a new booster.
So this is a pretty this course has a couple tight turns and it's got a lot of jump plates, so I like that. Ooh, that barely made that jump. I don't know what would have happened if I'd missed that, and I don't see why you're able to. I don't see why they split that part of the course into 3 different segments of course when you can like jump right over one of them. So barely won that one. Now this is where things get a little strange. like with Rick Wheeler's story, there's an alternate path you can get, but it's a little odd. You're gonna see the scene right here is what you get when you do not have enough money in order to get the alternate stage. But the weird thing is that if you do have enough money and you get the alternate stage, then you go... Well, let me start over. If you don't have enough money, you go to stage 5. If you do have enough money, you go to stage X, which leads into stage 5. So, what was the point? You get the shortcut by not having enough money. This is Lisa Brilliant, by the way. She has her own story mode, too. But when we actually play her story mode, you're going to... Well, basically players are going to be left wondering, what the heck is she doing here? Why is she trying to bribe Captain Falcon when she has her own problem? Is what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter what happens to Captain Falcon because Deus Ex Machinas. Boost Blast. What the heck is that? So here's what's going to happen if you do have enough money. I have no idea when Blood Falcon meddled with Falcon's machine. Maybe there was a trap on the course that we didn't see. Maybe... I don't know. You know, maybe I should take a sip of a drink or something every time somebody says, "Hey, aren't you Captain Falcon?" Most recognizable guy ever. And he is, but I just don't like it when people parrot the same line over and over. It's like... Anyways. It's all okay now. Thanks, Lisa! Right, where were we? Oh yeah! Suddenly, Sand Ocean. Don't know how Falcon thinks to come here. I guess he just follows some kind of trail Blood Falcon left. I don't know anymore. Suddenly, Jody Summer. And we're going to learn more about Jody in her own storyline, which will be coming up after this one, in fact. I mean, it doesn't really matter what order I do these in. So, the objective here is actually a little bit unique. Winning the race does nothing. You have to actually make it so that Jody wins.
3.
Yeah.
2. Ready? Fire.
That's real unique. And I can actually talk about the course itself. It's actually got plenty of potential for taking shortcuts, but since I'm not supposed to be the winner here, I decide not to take any shortcuts. You just have to prevent Blood Falcon from getting ahead of Jody and you win. And it seems like she's doing fairly well for herself without my help. But, I decide to get some insurance a little further in the race, and I think I just saw Dr. Stewart's machine blow up.
You got a new booster.
Actually, that is what happened. Huh. I actually thought I had taken out Blood Falcon's machine, which is the ideal strategy here, but no, he's still behind me. But it doesn't really matter because he never passes Jody or me. He never passes us. So, hooray! It's more of that course working against the villain thing.
3 laps to go.
Because I've used the Blood Hawk. Speaking of the Blood Hawk, I hear it's supposed to be called the Hell Hawk, but, you know, I can't find any evidence of that anywhere, so that's probably just a silly rumor. And I've used the Blood Hawk before, it's terrible. Never use it. So there's going to be another 60 seconds of nothing happening. because they basically just need to tailgate Jody until the goal. It shouldn't hurt if I boost once or twice. I mentioned that this course has a lot of potential for shortcuts. A pretty obvious one would be right around here. In fact, if you like bank right there, you'll probably be able to clear the pit there.
Final lap.
But I also don't like what they did to Sandoshan's music, to be perfectly honest. I don't like what they did to a lot of music in this game, but, you know, GBA sound map, SNES sound map, it's clear which one is better. Oh, gosh darn it, Jody!
Finish! Wonderful! You've won second place!
It's always fun when your escortee is being uncooperative. Well, we just beat him in a race, and that's pretty much it. You don't capture people by beating them in races. Hooray! You beat Blood Falcon only because I helped you. I wonder what's up with that thing on his shoulder. Like, that's a really weird piece of artwork there. So anyways, the final stage is set in Lightning from F-Zero GX, and I like that they kept the Lightning setting. Because it's a pretty nice setting, and they have a neat new song to go along with it. Didn't Zoda... I like this line here. Let's make a deal, Pigeon, Falcon. Wow, that was the one time the dialogue showed any sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? Personality, I guess. And we have another course that's lifted from Grand Prix mode.
2, 1, fire.
And Lisa's in the race too. I don't know why. Now, I want to note something about this course. There is potential for shortcuts on this course. However, the Blue Falcon cannot take any of them. It's not fast enough. It doesn't have a high enough jump height. There are other machines that, if you use them in Grand Prix mode, they can take the shortcuts pretty easily. Once again, the pit area is a bit detrimental to your goal because it's a longer path, but there's a couple dash lights there. This is actually a little more difficult than it looks because the Black Bull actually does well on this course. Of course, I'm going to pass him easily here. I have to pick up some more energy from the pit area.
3 laps to go.
Yeah, and Black Shadow makes a little slip up, and I'm in the lead once more. Also, I just passed a jump plate that leads absolutely nowhere. I think you can take a shortcut with it, but like I said, the Blue Falcon doesn't have enough speed or jump height to do so. So that jump plate is pretty much a red herring, designed to get you killed. If that's something you'd expect out of a fire field course, right? I guess it's worth noting how annoying it is every time you boost until you can't boost no more. and then when you go in the pit area, the announcer says that for whatever reason. You've got a new booster. What does that even mean? What happened to you got boost power? And he says that every time you every time your life meter goes from red to being multicolored again. So that could get annoying if you use your boost a lot, and I do.
You've got a new booster.
You've got a new booster. You've got a new booster. Alright, I'll stop. Are we almost done? Looks like it.
You've got a new booster.
Stop saying that.
Go!
If I get a Game Shark code to shut that guy up, if somebody has a code breaker code to shut that guy up,
First place.
please tell me, because he's annoying. He's not the GX announcer by any stretch of the imagination. Whiteland's theme kicks in here and works pretty well. Oh, what kind of question is that? He probably ejected from his machine. I mean, these machines do have ejection seats, don't they? Oh, and suddenly Dr. Clash is safe. We don't know how. Clash's invention will never be spoken about ever again. That's a simple bounty hunter indeed. And he fights on. Woohoo!